Hand up to the massive guys, we are finally back again for the second reaction, guys. The second one I did today, guys. Don't forget to check out the previous one on the first comment in the comment box below, guys. That will definitely be there, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family have definitely tuned into another reaction video, guys. Don't forget, there's a vibrations taking place in Roseau right now. Most likely when this video has come out, things are actually happening in the Bayfront. I think there's some sort of protest or some walk or something that they're saying no reform, no election, brothers and sisters, and I think that is the right way right there for things to happen. Nobody should participate in the election, but of course individuals are definitely saying, hey, I think I should try to participate to help do something, and this is why we are here today with Team Unity Dominica. But before I get there, guys, big up all the Mystelics YouTube family have definitely tuned in, and of course the newcomers are there. Big up all yourself as well for definitely tuning into another reaction video, this year reaction video, guys. If you've not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification, guys. This is of course where I give my viewpoints on different things pertaining to the Dominica, the Caribbean, and of course the Caribbean diaspora by extension right there. And then don't forget, guys, to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Click the thumbs up button, bow, just like bow. Click it, man, click it. Be a clicker today, brothers and sisters. We click the thumbs up button in this regard right there, guys. Of course, this was actually an MO News. I'll post this link in the video description so you guys can check it out. But let's get into the vibrations with, of course, Team Unity Dominica, the representative, I'm guessing, on what they have to say on them being a part of the election, brothers and sisters. I'll give my viewpoints on it. Of course, you know I roll already.
Good afternoon, MO News viewers.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for viewing Team Unity's presentation as to our position for the December 6th general election. My topic today is when the people unite, the people win.
Interesting.
On November.
When the people unite, the people win. This is very interesting right here. I'll get my thoughts in a moment. I'll give my thoughts.
6, 2022. We were all blindsided by the news of snap general elections.
Yes,
scheduled
true.
for December 6, 2022.
Without electoral reform. Okay. Because we're expecting electoral reform to take place. The very Prime Minister said, no, we shall have electoral reform before the next general election. And bow, electoral reform starts and boom, snap election take place.
Dominica has been a democratic society, and in the spirit of democracy, Team Unity Dominica, TUD, announces today, November 6, 2022, November 16th that is, that we will contest the upcoming general election. We have heard the voices of our people.
Which people have you heard? That's what I want to know. Because it's clear that, you know, no reform, no elections. This is the advocate. That is the thing that I've been hearing all across the board, all over the place. Even in Portsmouth, no reform, no elections. I'm hearing people saying the same thing too. But I don't know which people all you. But anyways, let me continue.
Although not unanimously or in unison, TUD
unanimously or unanimously
offers an alternative to the partisan politics which has governed Dominica for the past 20 years.
So there's no unity right there. So what are you talking about? Unity doesn't. Okay, anyways.
Dominicans, you have expressed your dissatisfaction of this decision to call snap election.
True. And
largely, you have chosen to abstain from the polls.
So why are you guys joining in? That's what I don't understand. It's like going into a circus, not a circus, a theme park. And you check in, you're going to play some games and whatnot, the carnival, they're calling it in the United States. You go to a carnival, you decide I want to play different games and stuff. I'm coming with the hope to win. Not realizing that the very games that you're about to play, they are all rigged. Giving you the ideology, hey, maybe I will win this one. Maybe I win that one. Hey, maybe, but if it's rigged, how do you expect to win? Especially when they might give you one. They decide, hey, let me give you one. Let me just give you one, man. So you feel like you can win the rest. Hey, I win this one. Let me try to win the others. And you can waste all your money playing all again. Just waste all your money. Because apparently you win one and think you could win the rest. It's rigged. But anyways, let's continue.
We understand the need for electoral reform.
Yes.
And we agree with it. But clearly, if we do not unite in this fight against the imposing incumbency, we will continue to fight, utilizing failed tactics and strategies, which does very little to unite.
It is interesting that you're talking about being unified. I understand the unification of things. And this is why I'm going to bring a point right there. I remember seeing, I'm not sure if I saw it in this, the midterm elections I'm talking about, the midterms elections or the last general elections. I remember seeing a particular district in Alaska. And in that district had two candidates on the Republican side. There was one from the Democratic side and there was an independent person. Now, the Republican side in that particular district in Alaska, both of them, I don't know if they were deciding, hey, I want to run, you want to run, hey, okay, we'll see who will win, okay? Both of them had 20% of the votes, right? 20% of the votes. I think one had 22 and the other one had 25% of the votes. So in total, that would be like 47%. However, they both lost. They both lost. Two red candidates, two Republican candidates. They both lost. You know who won? The Democratic side won because the Democratic side had 36%. If the Republicans decided, hey, let me just make you go forward and run, they would have won the district in Alaska. They would have won it. But because they decided, hey, no, you want to run, I want to run, and the votes got split, they both ended up losing. Even though combined, they would have won the majority of the votes. So isn't that the same thing that is happening? We're talking about the oppositions coming in and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. The main opposition decide, hey, you know what? The elections are not free and fair. You guys know it's not free and fair, but you're still vying to see if you can win? That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, let's continue right there.
Now is the time to revolt, not through violence, but by casting your votes.
But you're still going to cast your vote in a system that is rigged against you to lose. I don't understand. What about the rigged elections don't we get? Now, I understand that you're saying you don't want them to take the full seat, so at least there's some sort of representation for some people to go and vote for that person. Hopefully you get a seat or something. And I want you to get a seat, don't get me wrong. Because I think the present team is screwing up the Dominica. They're screwing up Dominica, Vikey Bye. But we know that is a fact. That the present team already has done things in elections. And they know that they are not doing it fairly. This is why the very Prime Minister, when Lennox Linton got that letter November 6th of the electoral reform about to take place as a result of this month, he called elections that same day. Knowing that if electoral reform took place, his re-election legacy would be tainted. He knows that. I mean, doesn't that tell you something about rigged elections? It says a lot about that. Even Trinidad and Tobago came on, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines opposition, St. Lucia opposition came on and said they are very much concerned about the elections that is taking place in Dominica because they realize it's rigged. They know these things. How can we then not see that in Dominica? But we're trying to go out to see if we can win a seat in a rigged election. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I understand the sentiment of you going to at least have some sort of representation. I get that. But the election is still rigged. But they expect to beat somebody in a rigged election. What are you guys hoping to achieve? Anyways, let me continue.
In unity. A government should seek to resolve issues affecting those in governance, not take advantage of loyalty. Our government should look out for the best interest of all Dominicans, especially ensuring free and fair elections.
Agreed.
This will be TUD's first mission as part of a new Dominican government. The transformation of our local economy is parallel to our #1 mission. A TUD government will eliminate the spirit and the idea and practice of dependency. Instead, we will create an environment where every able-bodied Dominican will work to achieve their and others' basic needs.
That is a good thing. And I commend you guys for this. I commend you guys for this, for wanting this thing to happen under your leadership. But the question is not your leadership. The question is the elections that you're about to participate in is rigged and unfair and will be unfair to you as well.
We will focus on 3 key areas to improve the lives of Dominicans. The first area I'll talk about is jobs. Jobs for employment, jobs for small business, larger corporations, the entertainment industry, tourism and culture, agro-processing, among many others.
That's wonderful ideas. That's great, phenomenal, wonderful ideas, and I side with you, brother. That is not the issue right there. The issue is the elections you want to do. You want to win for you to be able to do these things. It is rigged and unfair to you. And it's on the other side that they hope that you participate, so it doesn't look like, hey, everybody is not participating. We are the only ones coming there to do things. At least when people seen, hey, well, was there anybody opposing them? Was there anybody, who came to some, and then you guys come in and show that hey, that gives the election some legitimacy. So you're actually doing counterproductive of what you actually want, which is electoral reform, for you to be able to do the nice things that you're saying. I mean, it's simple to understand, Simple.
We will put Dominicans to work. The second area is youth involvement. And our idea is to have a total revamp of the housing stock, which will come under the care and auspices of the NYC, that is the National Youth Council, through the Youth Division. The third area is the...
Why are the Youth Division handling the housing facility? Maybe I don't understand that part. Maybe I didn't understand. Why is the youth handling this? Wouldn't the youth want to take the houses for themselves and leave the elderly people out or something? That's just my thought process, guys. What are your thoughts on this?
Remodeling of the Dominican economy, which now is totally dependent on passports. And this will be remodeled to agriculture.
As it should be. Definitely. As it should be.
Which will be the main driver for growth.
Yep.
As we embark on this journey, we understand that we will not succeed unless we unite. Let us send...
You still come back with the unite again. Who are you united with? Just like I mentioned, the situation in the Alaska district. A number of a number of independent people want to come in and think, which means the votes will be split. And the DLP has already the majority of individuals, and it comes down to them making people loyal to them. They make people loyal to them because they give them houses, they give their children scholarship, they do all kind of things for people to stay quiet, those who are not for them to stay quiet, and for their supporters to be loud and talking and keep being with them. But on the basis of something that is bribery and treating, which is not fair at all. That is one thing. The other thing is also the electoral reform needs to be done so that free and fair elections can exist. So you can do these wonderful things that you want to do. I don't mind if you have free and fair elections and you come into contest and, okay, may the strongest team win. Or maybe strongest representatives of the people, not who the government put there, but the strongest representatives of the people, who the people want to vote for, the majority in each constituency, may they select the right set of people for them to lead them, and then you come together in parliament, unified, so that you can do things for the different districts. I think that's how things supposed to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I could be wrong in this, but I thought that's how it's supposed to be.
And a clear message on December 6, 2022. That enough is enough.
I agree. Hopefully we can get that. A clear message. But I don't think people should participate in the election. Leave it for SKERRIT, man. Leave it for SKERRIT. That is what he want. He want leave it for him. Let the people finally understand what they're doing to themselves. That is my position on it. Let the people finally understand the scene, But they're not understanding what they're seeing. I think that is the defining point of everything right there. They are seeing, but they're not understanding what they're seeing. This is why they will say, yes, it's true, but it's my PM. I love my PM. My PM is my husband. Oh, we make love tonight, and all the stupidness there. The visuals of the mind, because they don't understand what they're saying. They don't understand what they're doing to themselves or to their future, including the little ones or the offsprings. It's interesting.
We will no longer accept empty promises. We will no longer stay silent.
Amen
while
to that.
our children's future seem uncertain.
Amen to that.
It belongs to all of us. All of us. This majestic land, our birthright,
Mountainous.
and we must protect it.
Waitikobuli.
Dominica is unique. We are blessed with verdant greenery as our natural resource. Our rich soil gives us the opportunity to create wealth, not just for ourselves, but for the wider Caribbean.
True.
Agriculture has been the most reliable source of livelihood for Dominica over the past years.
True. Any economist that knows anything about Dominica will tell you that agriculture is the way forward for Dominica. Anybody you ask, is not tourism. We can take the money from agriculture and put in tourism. That will help the tourism industry, but we must look at our main factor that creates money. And the main factor that creates money is Dominica's agriculture. We build set of factories, processing plants, all these kind of things there, so we can start doing things and even sending out our actual raw stuff to other countries. In a time and space where the world is talking about food shortages, we can be the ones who provide this for the world. We have a vast majority of mountains there. Not to deplete and mash up the mountains, but to grow things in different sectors and whatnot. Utilize solar and hydro and all those kind of things. The energy, where we can make the nature isle truly what the nature isle is, the nature isle of the Caribbean. Rebuild our dams and put things and put hydro plants, turbines and things by the water. Let it turn it. We have a constant flow of water. I mean, there's a lot of things that can be done. But we first need free and fair elections to take place. So by fairness, the people select who they want to lead them or represent, not necessarily lead them, but to represent them, to have a voice for them. That is why I think it's important.
And the same is true today. In fact, TUD emphasizes agriculture as the main pillar in TUD's economic transformational agenda.
That's good.
Dominica was gifted to us by our Creator as a land of work, entrepreneurship, fun, frolic, happiness, success, pleasure, love, and leisure. The youth are our nation's future, but our future has been stifled for far too long.
You're right.
We will invest in our future. We will be empowered by our youth. The youth will provide us with a voice. The youth will guide our mission.
But it's interesting that you're talking about the youth. Are the youth able to do these things? Because it's one thing to say you want to put youth in positions or you want to give the youth a voice, but if the youth are not properly educated upstairs, and I'm talking about school education, I'm talking about common sense, because a lot of the youth out there, they don't have common sense. And to say it's the youth that is the future and you go and put people without common sense in stage is chaos. I mean, look at what happened to Dominica. The PM may have education, true, but look at what has happened to Dominica. The youth that was there, killed it, literally, not figuratively, literally killed the economy so that the people can be loyal to them. So they give them houses and give their children things and whatnot. Feeding program. In a land with fruits and all kind of things, we have feeding program in Dominica. I think our priorities are kind of interesting. But of course, let's continue.
The youth will have a seat around the discussion table.
No doubt about that.
The youth is the foundation for our movement. At our launch in Kalibishi, we announced that we will invest in our youth, and that we shall do. Scholarships will be offered to qualified youth without prejudice.
But that has been happening already, bro. That is already happening. What is the big difference that you guys are going to be making? You're going to say, oh, the present team is not offering scholarships, so let us come and offer scholarships, but they're already doing this. Now, if you're talking about on the basis of not being prejudiced, not being one-sided to one set of people, my followers alone are giving scholarships, and then from time to time we give a little from the other end, so the other end doesn't believe that it's only our people we giving thing, then I would understand that. Given the fair merit, hey, we did well in school, these people did well in school, okay, let's give them a scholarship for them to further their education and stuff, and see what they can bring into the country. I would understand that merit right there. But anyways, let's continue.
Without prejudice. And yes, one child from the village of Kalibishi will be the recipient of TUD's $1 million lifetime scholarship.
So they're getting 1 million, one person getting $1 million. Does that make sense? No, guys, I don't get me wrong. I'm just thinking from a logical point of view. $1 million scholarship, one person. Wouldn't it be better to give maybe a school thing is probably 100,000? Maybe it's EC dollars they're talking about. If it's EC dollars they're talking about in Kalibishi, they say so one person going to get $1 million scholarship. Which school that person go? Harvard? Harvard not even that expensive. I think Harvard is probably like $400,000-$500,000. If all that. Because there are Dominicans going to Harvard, there are Dominicans in Harvard, and I don't think they pay all that money for school. But on the basis of $1 million for one person, that's interesting. What are your thoughts, guys? Maybe it's just me. Guys, and I'm keeping it 100%. I keep it in 100%. You guys know I roll already. It doesn't matter who that day, I keep it in 100%.
Today, as we gather here to declare our position on the December 6th general election, we ask every willing Dominican to meet with us, talk with us, advise us, criticize us, and most importantly, those of you who believe in the vision of peace, love, unity, and progress, join us on the campaign. We know that we are entering into a battle against a giant in Caribbean politics, but we do so with the conviction that the people ultimately decide. We know that
that is a big thing. Big if, so to speak. The people ultimately decide. But if the people are being constantly bamboozled and tricked into thinking, hey, it's only that person I can think, and only that person I can think, and you know, and they giving the people thing for them to close their mouth. And it's bribery and treating that taking place all over the time, all election times and those kind of things there. Giving people money and then people forget, hey, next 5 years we have to go. Well, this time it was 2.5 years. So they probably can get some money there. But if that is a constant rhetoric all over the place, time and time over time again, what difference is it going to be making? The elections need to be free and fair. That is the point. No reform, no elections. I don't see the big misunderstanding here.
Decks are stacked against us, but we enter knowing that the people ultimately decide. We enter this contest not for ourselves, but for the people.
And I agree with you. I surely agree with you in that regard.
We commit ourselves to this task and look forward to meeting with you, working together with you to safeguard the future for our children. Let us take this journey towards progress together, because when the people unite, the people win. Finally, we reach out to the supporters of the incumbent party.
Well, you say when the people unite, the people win. But if the people unite on the wrong side, the people losing, they can unite, you know. But they unite on the wrong side and they losing. And look at the economy. It's unite the people united from overseas to everybody coming down all across the Caribbean. I hear they giving people ticket in Antigua for them to come down and all kind of thing there for them to. So if the people are uniting, but if they're uniting on the wrong team, the people losing.
We remind you that you are a Dominican first. And all we ask of you is to remember that in all your endeavors. We pray for a safe, respectful, and enjoyable campaign season. May the team with the best intentions win.
Well, I hope the team with the best intentions win. I want that to be. There's actually something that I saw, guys. Let me see if I can find it for you guys right there. And this is it right there, guys. This is what I'm pretty much reiterating throughout the whole thing. Not contesting any of the constituencies in the elections called by SKERRIT, and he declaring himself as head of the government of Dominica on nomination day will expose him as a dictator to the democratic world. Parties and independent individuals, please stay away from these sham elections. We all know it's a sham election, even though he have right to call it, but he called it during a time where he stated that electoral reform would have been formed, and he did not do such a thing. So therefore, it is a legal sham election, so to speak, right there, because he said that electoral reform would happen and it did not happen at all. Your non-participation will be of great value to the cause of truly democratic Dominica, and where there is a fair and enlightened election, you know, blah blah blah, so forth and so forth. Guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation right there? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. This is pretty much all about for this here reaction video. Check out the previous one, guys, and hopefully I'll be doing a video in the whole situation that is happening in a moment. So definitely look out for that on I think BrBpTV. I might do some interviews and stuff. We'll see how that goes right there on the people talking about the very same situation of free and fair elections, why it is important right there. We'll see what happens, but of course I'll definitely give a viewership of what is taking place in that vibrations right there. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Click the thumbs up button. Don't forget that. Don't forget the thumbs up button right there, guys. I'll help the algorithm of YouTube to push your videos further and further right there. And then, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bang.